Prices are crashing, guys. They're plummeting, collapsing, whatever word you want to use, prices are coming down. Now, I know, there's gonna be a lot of denial from other people saying, not my area, this area isn't, this area, but there are certain areas that right now, prices are they're just getting clobbered, guys. But before we jump into it, my name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And check in the description and in the pinned comment, I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter where I talk about things that I don't talk about on this channel, and it gives you tremendous value. Go ahead and hit that join button, guys. And how can you beat it? It's free. You can't beat that. Home prices are plummeting in Austin and gradually falling in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, guys, listen. I just want to point out, this was an area where everyone, I mean everyone and their mom, especially in California, was going to and saying, Elon Musk there, this is the new Silicon Valley, we need to move there, and people were paying $100,000, $200,000 over asking.
What do you think about California?
I love it.
I'm not making this up, guys. Just go back and check the archive on videos that I've did where people were paid ridiculous amounts of money over asking. And here's the thing, they weren't tricked into believing that they were overpaying. That's right, it wasn't already in the purchase price. They got the purchase price and said, just to compete, I'm gonna pay $200,000 over.
Who does that?
That's right. They knew it. They signed on the dotted line. The appraisal didn't even meet the purchase price, and they still paid $200,000 over. People were paying all cash. All cash, that's right. Paying ridiculous amounts of money for these homes. Now,
I'm not going to judge your journey. It is your fantasy.
As home prices start to fall in the Austin area, its housing market is starting to look more like Dallas-Fort Worth. The median price in Austin dropped 7.9% year over year in Q3 to $456,000, where in some places in Austin, that same house was $600,000. I mean, if only somebody would have told you guys this was gonna happen. Somebody was telling you, who could that be? I can't, its name is, it starts with an O. I just can't remember. And guys, this is where it starts. Because I know somebody's going to put in my comment section,
Orlando, what about Florida? Orlando, what about California? What about Seattle? What about New York? What about Chicago?
They're going to say all of these things. But once again, what have I always said about markets? What have I always said? Every market is different, guys. And it's going to hit certain markets faster than others. In Austin, in Dallas, and Texas, just in general, is the hot spot right now. But it's gonna spread, guys. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, that's fine. You don't have to take my word for it. All you have to do is look at the data and it will tell you. Just 21% of North Texas homes are priced under $300,000, indicating an increase in affordability challenge for buyers. The housing market slowdown can be attributed to rising mortgage interest rates, which have soared to the highest level since 2000. Now, how is this a surprise to anyone? I'm just being honest. How is this a surprise to anyone? I called this a year ago where I said, if all you have to do is continue to raise interest rates, and if the Fed would just rip off the Band-Aid, if they would just quit playing on the fence, if they would just go ahead and raise interest rates, it's going to squash demand. And when you squash demand, what does that mean? That means that people don't sell their houses. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring the prices down to places where people can't afford them. It's just the way that real estate works, guys. And I know everybody was telling me,
Orlando, inventory. Orlando, that's never going to happen. Orlando, we're going to continue to go up 10, 15, 20% like we did the year after year.
And I was telling them they're living in a fantasy land.
What a vivid imagination.
But it seems to be really quiet now. It seems to be extremely quiet on the email front, on the DM front. Nobody is really emailing me and telling me, Orlando, you're wrong. Nobody is really telling me,
Orlando, you were wrong about Airbnb.
nobody is saying that to me. I wonder why. Come on, man. And unemployment is the last shoe to drop. We're going to start seeing that number go up and up and up. We're starting to see it go up in small numbers now. Small enough numbers where it's not going to really hurt anybody. But now we're starting to see in the regular media that right now, guys, they're telling you, don't buy a home. Don't buy a home. You shouldn't buy a home because things are so high right now. It is so expensive that it's better to rent. Where have we heard that? Where have we heard that you need to sit on the sidelines with a purpose? Me, I've been telling you guys to do that for a while, but now you're going to start seeing it in mainstream media. They're just getting on board with telling you. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at what the Wall Street Journal said right here. It says, it's never been a worse time to buy instead of rent. Now, what are they talking about? It says here, it is now 52% more expensive to buy a home than it is to rent one because of climbing mortgage rates. And not only because of that, it's because there are a ton of units coming on the market for you to rent, pushing down rent. I've done stories on that multiple times. And then on top of that, the prices of the homes have become so unaffordable that individuals are starting to say, you know what? I could afford this ridiculous priced home at 2-3%. I will not pay 8-9% on a loan and then also pay the high price of the home on top of that. Now, it's a shame that we have to control people's urge to purchase, the FOMO portion of it, with interest rates. But I knew we were going to have to do that anyway, because we are a nation of how much does it cost monthly? We are installment buying nation. So we live month to month, not the overall price of it. That's just the way it is. So if you can afford something monthly, you will go for it. Even if the car dealer or the mortgage broker or the bank is charging you 3 to 4 times more what that property or that asset is worth. It's just the way that we work. The cost of buying a home versus renting one is at its most extreme since at least 1996. The average monthly new mortgage payment is 52% higher than the average apartment rent, according to CBRE analysts. The last time the measure looked out of whack was before 2008 housing crash. What? What? Are you telling me this is a cycle? Come on, guys.
Do you believe me yet?
Did Wall Street Journal say the last time this has happened was right before the financial crisis? So, if we read in between the lines, wouldn't this be a sign of a big economy crash or something that's going to bring down values, something that's going to hurt our economy? Wouldn't that be the red flag that we're talking about? Even then, the premium peaked at 33% in the second quarter of 2006. I really want you guys to take a look at this. Let's look at this chart. You see how this chart is? And then it skyrocketed. It's skyrocketed. Look at this. Q4, Q2, and then right now, Q3, we're at 52%. And this is the premium / discount to buy a U.S. home versus renting it. It's just through the roof. If this doesn't show you where we're heading, I don't know what does, guys. I don't know what red flags, I don't know what signs you need to point you in the right direction that right now, of course, right now that the Wall Street Journal is saying it, everybody's going to be like, yeah, don't buy a home now.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. That's corny.
Which I guess is better late than never. This is the reason why this channel right here is so important. If you've been following me for a long time, you would have been like, duh, Orlando, of course. We all knew this was going to happen. But if you're just getting onto this channel today, better late than never, right?
Like and subscribe.
We see today is not the day to put your financial future on the line by buying a home that you may lose equity on, that you may put yourself in a situation that you may in the future have to claim bankruptcy. That's what I'm saying. Now, can you find a deal that's really good and it works out for you? Yes. But what do we say first? You have to look at the purchase price. You want to purchase good first. You don't want to look at the interest rate and say, I'll buy an overpriced home, so long the interest rate is at 3-4%. Don't do that. So as this spreads, guys, make sure you keep an eye on your local markets, guys. This is so important. Sit on the sidelines with a purpose to get the home that you want to get yourself a financial secure place. Guys, things are changing. Keep an eye on it, okay? I hope you got value out of this video, guys. But as always, you won't get all the information off this one video. I need you to watch this video. Yes, this video right here. It will help you understand what's going on with the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property. And I promise you the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.